Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's well. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a review or my thoughts towards the Christopher Ward C60 Abyss. Okay, I've had this for about a couple weeks now. I wanted to go ahead and use it and see how its functionality was, viewability, loom, all those good things, and then give you an update as in what I thought about it. Okay, real quick, let me go ahead and just go over the specs on this. Obviously, it's a 42 millimeter stainless steel. It's no, give me a second. It's 600 meters water resistance. That's 2,000 feet. Okay, it's got a Swiss movement, the SW200-1, with a 38-hour power reserve. Let me start by saying that as far as time goes and everything, it keeps excellent time. Really, really, really good time. I can't tell you exactly if it's plus 5 seconds, minus 5 seconds, or any of that. I don't have the equipment to do that, but I can tell you from day to day wear, it's pretty much been, on time where it's not losing or gaining, much time. So it's very, very accurate. So I'm very pleased about that. The functionality, the rotating bezel, it's really, really good. It's smooth. There's really no play on it. I personally like it. I've got other watches where it's not nearly as smooth. It's either too tight or there's a playability, on this bezel. This is actually really, really nice. So, not an issue. I know that in the past I've heard that they had some issues with the bezels, the rotating and not, being a little loose or whatnot. Whatever they had in the past seems to have been fixed. It's working well. Excuse me, I've been a little sick, so you'll be hearing me throughout the video. In any case, the quality of, the build is excellent. If you notice here, you've got the matte finish with a polished finish. You could see the two tones on the back. You got the black screw down bezel. I think it looks great. Okay, and then the screw down back, and then the bezel itself, it's matte. It's a matte bezel, so it's not polished, it's not shiny. So if you notice, when the light hits it, it looks more gray. Let me tell you, it is black. Really, really black. It's dark. It looks really, really nice. Same thing goes with the dial. The dial's a matte black. It's fantastic. Now, one of the things I will tell you is that as far as the indices goes and the hands and all that. Okay, so you've got, basically a two-tone on the indices and on the hand. So the outside is polished. Okay, so it has that mirror finish. It's a little reflective. The center has the black super luminova. Same thing goes with the hands. The outside's somewhat polished with a few matte pieces, but the center is definitely matte with black super luminova. With that being said, so during the day visibility is great because of that. The fact that it's polished on the outside, no matter which angle you put it on, you're pretty much going to get good visibility. Now, here is where things get a little tricky. As it starts getting dark, the visibility is not quite as good. The loom, many of you have heard or have already mentioned it. the lume is almost non-existent. It takes a lot of light to get any lume out of this watch. You know, after contacting Christopher Ward, they did mention that it's pretty much how they planned on creating this watch, to keep that stealth look, you know, with a black super luminova. You will get some lume out of it, but it's not going to be not even nearly as bright as some of their other models or some of your other watches that have a tremendous amount of lume. So if you're really looking for something with a lot of lume, this is definitely not going to be the watch to do that. This is going to be a stealthy watch. It looks, I'm going to tell you, it looks fabulous. If you could deal with the fact that you're okay that at times in the evenings or at night, if there's not a whole lot of light and there's not going to be a lot of lume, you're okay with that, then this will work for you. As far as everything else goes, you know, viewability is great. Okay, the red seconds hand looks fantastic as well. Now, one thing you might be wondering about is the strap. This is not the original strap that was on here. As a matter of fact, the original strap that was on here was this. Okay, so let me explain. So this strap is actually really nice strap. Okay, it's thick. Okay, nice bright red with the black. Okay, the thing with this strap that I will tell you is that it's a little tough. It's not extremely flexible, so at times it doesn't feel quite right. Okay, you try to line the holes or whatever, and it doesn't feel quite right. I did take off the buckle. One of the things I like to do is I like to put deployant clasp on some of my watches. I tried it with this, and then so I decided, let me try with a deployant clasp. So what I did is I went ahead and tried it with this clasp right here, which is a clasp that resembles a Panerai, deployment buckle. Now, I tried it with this, and it worked okay, but it wasn't like the most comfortable thing, because that rubber strap is not very pliable. It's, like I said, it's kind of thick, and but it's not horribly bad. That's one thing I'm going to tell you. And it is a really nice, well-made strap. Now, so what I did is I went ahead and ordered this online. I actually think it gives it a really, really nice touch. The red is minimized compared to the other one, the original one that it came with. You got just a small amount of red stitching here, which I think goes well with seconds hand. That doesn't have a whole lot of, there's not a whole lot of red. And then you got the triangle on top of the same thing. Okay. As you can see, it works really well with this buckle. Okay. And of course, let me show you real quick. So it goes here, here, and you just put this right here. Okay. So it works really, really, really well. Okay. I like it. Works for me. Might not be for everybody. Some people just prefer using the regular buckles instead of these deployant clasps. Just quicker for me to be able to do that. I like it. So some of you might be happy and you're okay with this, and that's fine. I'm sure at times I might go back and use this, but for now I actually like this one that I ordered. And it's nice. What's the other thing? Okay, not really much to say besides that. Like I said, very accurate, A really, really nice finish. Okay, you got the two-tone, the polished, the matte. Okay. The dial looks really good. The date windows clear as well, so that's not an issue. Like I said, viewability is fantastic. It's just when you know you go into dark areas or late at night, you're out and about. If there's not a whole lot of light, you're gonna have difficulty seeing it. Now I don't know if you could tell right there, but on that hour hand, right at the tip, same thing on the seconds hand, it looks a little more silverish. That part, that's where I tell you it's got a two-tone. That part is actually, you know, a brushed finish. So when the light hits it, you're able to see the time better also throughout the day. So that does help as well. It's got a nice sweep second hand. It fits nice. Oh, the other thing is the way it fits. It's a 42 millimeter, but it actually fits. And for those of you that have smaller wrists, it actually fits really, really, really nice. Let me put this on here. Okay, there you go. There you go. This is pretty much how it fits me. Now I have a little over 7 1/4 inch wrist. So it's right between 7 1/4, 7 1/2, right in between. This is how it fits. If you notice, it's not really thick. It's a good size. It's a good size. I still have some room, if you notice, over here. You know, I like it. Personally, I do like it. At times for the evening, especially if I'm going to go, I know that I'm going to be spending a lot of time doing something in the evening and I'm going to need to be telling time. This might not necessarily be the watch I would want to wear. I might want to wear something a little different, something that I can use the loom or whatnot. Now, if I'm just going to be out and about, not using the loom a whole lot or not having to worry about time too much, then yeah, this would work. Now during the day, no problems. Okay, so just something to keep in mind. It feels solid. So like I said, quality wise, it's made very, very, very well. Very similar to some of their other models, but it's something to think about. For some, that loom's gonna be a big deal. You know, that low visibility in the dark, that might be a deal breaker. Other than that, you know, it's well built. If you have any questions or suggestions or anything like that you want me to comment on or try, let me know, and I'll go ahead and see what I can do. And thank you for watching.